Excited to welcome you. Good morning, good evening, everyone. I am excited to welcome you to my session, Automating ERP Alerts and Leveraging Operational Data through Zoom Team Chat. We are standing at a point where business data no longer has to be locked behind system or silos. Today, I will show you how we are transforming enterprise workflows by embedding ERP insights directly into the Zoom Team Chat, enabling real-time visibility and action without ever leaving your collaboration space. So let's get started. My name is Anak Kumar Singh, and I am technical lead working on Oracle Cloud Financials here at Zoom Communications. As we get started, a quick note on our safe harbor slide that you can please plan your purchases based on development or based on functionality that is currently available. So let's go through this slide. Here's a quick look at today's agenda, which we'll be covering. We'll begin with a short introduction to set the stage. Next, we'll explore how to query ERP data with Zoom. Next, including its broad capabilities, and look at the system design and the live demo. And then we'll shift to automating ERP alerts along with proactive notifications across business function, and then the architecture behind it. And then the second demo will follow. After that, I will highlight the developer resources to help you get started quickly and build further on what we have shown you today. Finally, we will close with the Q&A. So feel free to jot down any questions which might come along we go. So let's dive in. We are operating in a world where seamless access to critical data and business events are no longer optional. They are essential for staying competitive. In this session, we'll explore how Zoom is redefining the way business interact with their core system by bringing ERP data directly into the space where collaboration is already happening, that is Zoom Team Chat. We will look into the two key innovations. The first one, how you empower your team with a self-service ERP data using a conversational chatbot within Zoom. No dashboard, no ticketing, just real-time answers. The second innovations, which we will be speaking of, is like proactively manage events by delivering intelligent scheduled alerts and notification through Zoom, ensuring that nothing slips through the cracks. Together, these capabilities bridge the gap between data and action and help Zoom becoming into more than just a communication tool. It becomes your operational command center. And let's move to the next slide. Let's kick off the things with the bigger picture. Query third-party data with Zoom. Traditionally, teams have relied on the manual outreach, means emails, calls, multiple platforms just to check on something as simple as transaction status. Our solution, a self-service chatbot experience within Zoom Team Chat. This removes the chase down data and instead brings answers directly to the user. Here is the quick snapshot of our solution. The user interface is the Zoom Team Chat where the team is already working, and then the Zoom tools which we are using for this, the Zoom Team Chat apps, and the data resides in ERP. ERP can be Oracle, SAP, Workday, anything, and hosting platform will be AWS, but it is platform agnostic. And then the technology we have used is Node.js, but it is also language agnostic. You can build in Java or Python, anything. This architecture keeps Zoom as a front door to insights. There's no need to log in to Oracle, SAP, Workday, Salesforce, ServiceNow, or any other backend system. The data comes to you. This setup ensures scalability, speed, and seamless user experience, all inside a platform where users are using daily. So let's go with the next slide. This slide is just to show how versatile our solution is when it comes to querying ERP system. At the core of this it gives the status of a transaction like requisition, POs, quotes, or invoices. And they can also view the pending approvals or to-do items, or even pull the data from the multiple system. To showcase how powerful our solution is, we have mapped out real world use cases across industries. So if you can see, the manufacturing teams can check raw materials orders or production status. Retail might store the inventory or the vendor timelines, and the tech companies can monitor the capex approval. So in the chat box, just ping which industry you are in and how you are going to use this. So really, it doesn't just not one department or one industry. It's broad solution that works across the board. Let's walk through the system design that powers this Zoom and the ERP integration. At the core of the setup is the Zoom Team Chat app, which is how the user interact with the ERP from their chat environment. It acts as a user interface. This app is tightly integrated with the Zoom Team Chat so that user can trigger queries, receive alerts, or take action without ever leaving your collaboration space. And behind the scenes, all the requests from this chat go to the middleware and the API endpoint. This is a critical layer that handles authentications and the request processing. Then the middleware communicates to the backend, which is built on the Node.js. The backend performs the heavy lifting, connecting to the ERP and handling business logic and formatting data responses. Now, to ensure secure access, we are authenticating via OAuth so that only authorized and authenticate so that only authorized and the business data is protected and the sensitive data doesn't leaks out. Finally, the backend also receives the data directly from the ERP, allowing it to update or trigger response in the chat in near real time. So in summary, the user initiates from the Zoom chat, the system authenticates and processes through the middleware, and then updates or update the ERP data all in a secure or a seamless way. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so give me in the chat the emojis where raise your hand and say how many of you have wasted time chasing down transaction status, checking dashboards or sending emails or waiting on hold with finance. So in the comments, you can write that down. What if I could tell you that you could get real-time ERP data right inside without leaving your workflow? So the three key advantage which we see here is the real-time ERP access. With Zoom integration, your team can query live ERP data, POs, invoices, approvals instantly. No more outdated spreadsheets or waiting for reports. The second important point is automated information delivery. Imagine a chatbot that proactively delivers the data you need. Just ask, show me unpaid invoices, and boom, it comes like a magic. And the response is in your chat, formatted and actionable. Then the third advantage of this is the improved decision making. When data flows seamlessly into the collaboration teams act faster. No more missed deadlines or guesswork, just decisions backed by real-time insights. Let's go for the next slide. Let me show you how this works in practice. In the first part of the demo, I will use Zoom Team Chat to run a structured query directly against our ERP system, which is Oracle. Watch how fast we can retrieve the actionable data. Then in the second part, I will show you a generative AI-powered large language model can enhance this experience by understanding natural language questions and providing intelligent responses, turning chat into a true digital decision-making assistant, all within Zoom Team Chat. So David, can you please have the first demo, please?
Hi, and welcome to a demo. Today we will walk through how to set up and test our ERP chatbot using the Zoom Marketplace. First, go to the marketplace.zoom.us, click on Develop, Build tab to start creating a new app. For this demo, we have created an app called ERP Chatbot. In the app section, you need to provide the name of your bot. fill in the OAuth redirect URLs. We are using ngrok for this demo. Next, go to the Surface tab and enable the Team Chat option. Scroll down, subscription section. Under this, you need to give the / command. You can give some welcome message. And under the bot endpoint URL, enter the URL where your bot is hosted. This is where Zoom will send events from the chat. Now head over to the local test tab and add your app to the Zoom using the add button. Since I have already added and authorized mine, it shows as remove app option. Open Zoom desktop client. We will say hi to begin the interaction. The bot will respond with a welcome message and the available option. For this demo, I have created some sample transaction to showcase how the bot responds. Let's copy the test input and send it to the bot. Let's go and submit to see what happens. But as you can see, the bot returns the transaction data, amount, the supplier name, the requisition status, and the description and the requester information. Now let's check the purchase order information related to this transaction. We will go again and copy the sample transaction. We'll click on this purchase order. We'll submit to see what happens. So as you can see, the data is correctly given as a supplier info, the buyer name and the invoice amount and the total PO amount and the remaining amount, whatever is remaining, and the request information. Now let's check the invoice details to see whether it has been paid or not. We'll copy the transaction details. Now let's go to the invoice tab. As you see, all the information related to the invoice has been fetched, like invoice date, invoice creation, and the payment status and the due date. That the due date is 29th of May, and then the purchase order information. So all the relevant data has been returned. Now let's take our ERP chatbot to the next level. We will power it with generative AI. That's right. Your enterprise data will have intelligence to respond and understand like a human. Let's dive in. For this demo, we are using Zoom's internal generative model integrated with Oracle ERP. This chatbot can work with any LLM such as Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT. Since it's for internal data, we are currently using Zoom's internal model. Let's try a real example. As you can see, the bot correctly responds. The status of this equation is approved. This confirms that the model understands the intent even without the exact keywords or structure, just natural language. Now, let's check another detail, this time about the invoice. Let's copy the same transaction. I will ask about the payment due date for a particular invoice. And here it is. The correct payment due date is retrieved and displayed. This concludes the demo showing how we are using the generative AI with Zoom and Oracle ERP to enable smart conversational access to enterprise data. Thanks for watching.
So let's talk about automation, specifically automating ERP alerts inside your Zoom team chat. In a typical environment, in a typical ERP setup, users often check manually or wait for email updates to check if something needs their attention. That's reactive. And honestly, it wastes a lot of time. Our approach, we have flipped the model. It's event driven. Now, whether it is a payment delay or an inventory shortage or a pending approval, alerts are triggered in a real time the moment those events happen. And it's not about sending messages, it's about just routing smartly routed to the correct people. It means no noise, no confusion. And the result, teams stay updated without chasing down data, follow-ups become action, and your workflow move as fast as your business does. So instead of digging through the systems, your team can focus on what it really matters, making decision and driving results. So what is our tech stack behind this? So tech stack is more or less same. The only difference is that we are using here Zoom incoming webhook app instead of a Zoom team chat app. Let's move to the next slide. So now let's dive into the second high impact use case, proactive ERP alerts across business function. So while querying data is great, but catching issues before they become problem, that is a game changer. So in the chat box, just write it down that when you felt that a payment alert miss or a audit miss might be saved if you have got alert earlier. So this use case is all about automatically pushing real-time alerts when a key ERP conditions are met or something important is missing. So let's see some samples. So in finance, the teams can alerted when a high volume invoices are overdue or when a tax codes are misaligned. Procurement can spot issues like deactivated or invalid approvals before the approval workflow stalls. So IT operations can benefit by catching integrations or handful failures. Compliance teams can flag audit exceptions. With these proactive alerts, your ERP stops being a passive system of records and it becomes an active partner in keeping the businesses on track. Now we'll move to the next slide. So the system design, I will be skipping this part as this is more or less same. The only difference is that this is the Zoom incoming webhook app we are using instead of a Zoom chatbot app. So raise your hand in the chat box that if you have ever missed a critical approval deadline or let an invoice slip through the cracks. What if I could tell you that all oh no moments will be taken care of automatically by this innovation? So what are the three key advantages? This is event-driven notifications, no more polling or refreshing dashboard. Our solution monitors your ERP in a real time. These movements is the invoice is updated or the approval is stuck. Zoom process an alert directly to the right person's chat. So what is the second advantage? Smart routing and escalation alerts aren't fired just in a void. They are intelligently routed first to the assignee and then escalate to the manager if it's unresolved. Think of it as a virtual tap on the shoulder that can turn into a nudge if needed. And the third advantage is the reduced manual follow-ups. So this eliminates 80% of those I am sure all of us have seen that. Did you see my mail? Did you see my messages? Team spend less time chasing status and more time doing meaningful work. Now, now let me show you how easy this is to set up. We will be using Zoom's incoming webhook app to simulate an ERP alert, like an unpaid invoice. Watch it land directly into your team chat channel and you will see how customizable and how powerful this is. David, can we play the second demo, please?
Hello everyone, welcome to this demo. Today we'll be discussing automation, specifically how to automate alerts within Zoom Team Chat in a traditional ERP environment. This approach is fully event driven, whether it is a delayed payment or inventory shortfall or a pending approval, our system triggers real-time alert these movements event occurs. From a technical perspective, we begin by building a report within the ERP. This report is scheduled to run at predefined intervals. If eligible transactions are detected during the run, the relevant alerts are posted to the Zoom Team Chat channel and assigned to the designated stakeholders. For this demo, I have already created a channel, which is in the name Developer Summit Use Case 2, an automate alert. In the channel type INC Connect, then your channel name to bind the webhook to the chosen channel. Once done, your channel will be live to receive the messages. Next, you need to configure the endpoint using the sample data provided by Zoom in your application to ensure that alerts are sent to the correct destination. For the purpose of this demo, I am using Rock and Postman to simulate the triggering transaction. Consider a use case where some invoices remain unpaid and they have already been approved, meaning suppliers are waiting for the payment. I will be using the sample transaction created for this demo. Imagine this as an endpoint where the app is hosted. Once the scheduled report runs, it will trigger alerts based on real-time data. Those alerts will be delivered to Zoom Team Chat in a channel. So I will be triggering this alert. As you see, it is giving us the message that alert type is AP alerts are successfully received and processing is started. Now let's go back to the Zoom Team Chat client. So you can see now we have the alert and all the details, the relevant details are there, and the individuals are also tagged here, whoever are responsible for processing these invoices. That concludes my demo. Thank you for your time.
As we wrap up, I want to highlight three key resources that help you get started building on Zoom. And believe me, you don't have to be a researcher to build this. It's a very simple and you can easily build all of this. So first one is the chatbot documentation, officially documentation. It's how you create an interactive and full featured features. Check out, you can easily get the steps. And then second is, if you're looking something for a lightweight, like sending messages or alerts into a chat, Zoom incoming webhook is a great place to start. It's quickly set up and works seamless with automation script or middleware services. And the third is the sample app. So this is like a ready app which we are already using. So I have sampled it. So it's very quick to use it. Just go and clone it and you will get started. Just you have to customize based on your preference and based on your business cases, and you will be getting started on this. Okay, open for a QA. We will just see what all things are there. Yes, Raj. This can be used for handling multiple systems, because in the connection you just have to integrate through the multiple ERP systems, and then you can easily have those webhooks assigned to the backend, and then easily you can get the statuses from the multiple systems. Any more questions? So, Gianni, if you have no more questions, then can we end the session?